Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ben Vahey. Welcome to this special edition of this Talon Sportscast. Today we'll be recapping the women's soccer season, and two of the players, Myriah, Saar and Zientek, will be joining me. We've got a great show ahead, so let's get right to it. Talon Sports starts right now. Today we will be talking the success of the women's soccer season here at the college at Brockport. They had a good season this year and qualified for the playoffs before falling in the first round 3-0 to SUNY Cortland. Joining me now are freshman forward Myriah Saar and sophomore forward Molly Zientek. And Molly and Myriah, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, happy to have you.
Okay, so my first question to both of you is, I'll start with you, Myriah. What made you want to come to Brockport? I see you're from out of state, from the Pennsylvania area, so tell us about that.
The coach previously coached in Pennsylvania, so he started recruiting me from there, and then I kind of followed him up when he took the job here at Brockport. So I just liked his coaching style and how he coached and treated his teammates. So.
Cool. All right, Molly, you're more of a local kind of. You're from Holland, about an hour, say, from here.
Yeah.
So did that have anything to do with it, or what made you really want to come here?
Yeah, I've always heard of Brockport. My coach is actually from high school, is a Hall of Famer here. So she's always kind of poking in, coming to Brockport. So it finally came to decision making, and Brockport was just a perfect fit. So.
All right, so now Molly, over to you. This question is for you. What were your successes this season?
I think my success was just being healthy. Last year I kind of struggled with not being healthy with my legs and stuff. So this season I made it through, being healthy and getting to play and getting more playing time and scoring a few goals.
Okay. It's too bad none of our cameras were there. All right. Well, we did catch one of yours, though, Myriah. So that's one of your successes this season. So back on September 30th, you scored a goal that landed you Athlete of the Week versus Oneonta. So what were you thinking that week when you got nominated to be the Athlete of the Week?
I was surprised, for sure. I definitely thought there were other girls who probably would have gotten it before me, but I was grateful, and I just it kind of made me think all my hard work really paid off. So. It was a good feeling.
All right, so each of you go by one. Tell me about the practices and drills you go through every day before a game, before practices.
Go ahead.
We do a really, really intense warm-up, which I think sets the tone for a really good practice. So I think that's one of the best things we do at practice. Mike just plans a great practice. It's full of just great things and just things that we need to work on. So it's different every week depending on what we need to work on. But it's a really nonstop practice. We're always moving, and we kind of just get in and go out and do business.
Wow. What do you have to say on that, Myriah?
Yeah, I agree. We also do fitness just about every day, except right before game days. So it kind of sucks sometimes, but I love it. It's keeps me in shape throughout the season, and it makes me just feel a lot better after the season, after the practice is over. And he also has practices specialized for what we're going to focus on that day, so I like that too.
Oh wow. Looks like you two work pretty well together. Okay, so now tell me about the team bonding. As you were telling me, Coach Illen brought in a lot of new players this year, and the team appears to be improving. So with most of the team returning next year, except for Maddie Sinclair, who's graduating, so do you think this team is on track to a SUNYAC title?
I think we're well on our way to a SUNYAC title. We do a lot of team building and team bonding because we were a new team, so we kind of had to put us all together, kind of getting us more, incorporated. So I think Mike did a really good job of that, and yeah, I think we're well on our way to a SUNYAC championship.
So you think it's going to be tough next year? Who are your toughest rivals?
I would say, Geneseo did really, really good this year, so I think Geneseo is always a top component to play. And then Cortland, as a school rival, is always good to beat. So I think Geneseo and Cortland would be a good one.
Yeah, the Knights and the Red Dragons.
I know, yeah.
All right, so a little more about the team bonding here. You had some faraway games like Plattsburgh, Canton. That's about a hike from here. So was that always something good to get together with the team, I'd say?
Yeah, it was just a great experience being on the bus. We'd always just kind of do, not really we do some weird team bonding kind of off the record, but yeah, I think the off the field traveling was a great bonding experience because we were just together the whole weekend.
Oh yeah, long weekend, that's for sure.
A fun weekend though, very fun weekend.
All right, so as you said, the toughest teams you face this season are Cortland and Geneseo. So do you think you're going to be ready to challenge them, both of you, next year? Because they're going to probably be really good out there.
I definitely think we will. I think we have a bigger push behind us because we lost this year and because they're a bigger competition for us. So I think it will give us more motivation to play how we all know how to play and like start from the very beginning of the game and not let them down. So.
Yeah. So leading into that topic, I'll go into the Geneseo game because both your goalies were out. So Emma Nevers was forced to be in goal that game. Yeah, so do you think she was a good step up for the team? Because she later shut out Oswego 1-0 a week later. So I think that she had a good year this year. What do you guys think on Emma being in goal?
Emma took a very big lead for us in just overall in the season. We didn't really, both our goalies were hurt, so we were kind of just like looking around the bench, like in the field, like, hey, like, who could play goalie? And she just stood up and was like, yeah, I'll do it. And just her just stepping up saying, yeah, I'll do it was just like enough to prove how well she did this season.
It's off season now, but the season will be here before you know it in the fall. So you think you're trying to recruit a bunch of people from other high schools around here?
Yeah, we've had a lot of new recruits coming in, a lot of new talent, so I think that's always good to put into the team, and we're working on off-season lifts.
Yes, that's a good thing to ask you next. So a coach caring about his team, checking on their grades.
Yeah.
You think that's pretty important?
It's very important. It's the top of his list. It's like education first and then playing, so he's very strict about that.
Okay, so what are your goals for the upcoming season now that a while away? Like, you hopefully want to get to that SUNYAC title game, get past Cortland. So what do you plan to do in the off season to prep for that chance to come again?
I think we just keep working hard. I mean, I don't think in this past season, I don't think we were that far away from beating Geneseo or beating Cortland. I definitely think we could have. So it's just about like keeping up with what we're doing, working hard, and improving certain skills that we have.
My last question is finally to both of you. What are you each majoring in here in Brockport, and what do you plan to do with your future? Or I'll start with you.
I'm majoring in psychology, and I plan on being a criminal psychologist when I graduate.
Oh, wow. That's Molly?
I'm a nursing major, so I'm going to be a nurse, and then eventually I want to go over, like, across the country and kind of work in third world countries and being a nurse.
So good goals ahead of you.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Glad to hear from both of you. Thank you both for being on today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So with that note, we will go ahead and wrap up the show with Molly and Myriah returning next year. We will see just how much they improve from this season. They were first-round playoff contenders and will be looking for a SUNYAC championship next fall. That's all for us here at Talon Television. Make sure to follow us on all our social media channels. For guests Myriah, Saar, and Molly Zientek, I'm your host, Ben Vahey. Thanks for watching.